get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Keisha with Cut the Israel Talk Sport. Thank you for rocking with us this evening. We're going to talk about some of these remarks from Carly Bell. But before we get into that, I want you to make sure you guys like, comment, and share. And also, please subscribe. I am on the road to 1,500 subscribers. I'm at 1,488. Please help your girl out and hit the subscribe button. But always hit the like button. How you doing, Deval? How you doing? You ready to talk about this topic?
Fans, I'm gonna tell these fans, hold on, change is coming.
Is it really? Because Carly Bell seems to think change is not coming.
We finna find out.
We about to find out. Hey guys, I'm gonna play you a little clip from Carly Bell. She's a courtside reporter for the Chicago Sky. She has some interesting comments on her podcast today, and we're gonna listen to her for a little bit. Then me and Deval are gonna talk about it. You ready, Deval? Let's listen to old Carly.
Majority of my questions in here are, when is Jeff getting fired? When is Tyler getting fired? All this stuff. I'm going to just say this right now. No firing is going to happen in the middle of the season. I think Sky fans, you guys act a little emotional, and I understand. I do and I don't understand, because it's just a basketball team at the end of the day. But there's not going to be any midseason. That's just not going to happen. You guys need to accept it at this point, that would be foolish for that to happen. That's how you really, really cause a blow up of a team more than anything else. Also, if you let go of Jeff, who's the one that's going to be making calls? Who's the one that's going to be the GM? It's not going to be, he doesn't have an assistant general manager. There are no assistant general managers within the Chicago Sky, because the Chicago Sky run on bare minimum resources. No, they're not as big as, let's say, a Phoenix or a New York, where they have, 5-6 people deep in certain departments. It's just not the case in Chicago. So who's going to be the ones making the calls? Who's going to be the ones if there's another injury that happens and you need to sign a hardship contract? You don't want Marsh doing it. We've seen the W get away from the dual role of head coach and general manager, as it should. It shouldn't be on the head coach to create the roster. It should be a duo partnership in between general manager and head coach. So just stop asking for the midseason firings, because it's not going to happen. I feel like you guys need to just accept it. Will there be anything happening at the end of the season? While I understand and hear the frustration of the Sky fan base, I think you guys should accept the fact that Jeff and Marsh will be here next year. Because if you think about this from a long-term perspective, if you let go of a general manager, you're letting go of the head coach, because that general manager didn't bring in that head coach. You see that across all leagues. When a new GM comes in, maybe they give them the year, maybe. If not, like if they do give them the year, they're gone the year after that. And if you look about this from a long-term perspective, the Chicago Sky, who they have returning guaranteed on contract for 2026, is Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Maddie Westfeld, and Haley Van Lith, and Aisha Sioka, who is overseas.
Well, Deval.
Yes.
She pretty much told the fans, look, stop asking for Jeff P to be fired mid-season. That would be crazy. That would mess up all the chemistry of the organization and the team. And she also goes into saying y'all need to stop being emotional, because I'm pretty sure Jeff P and Tyler Marsh will be back next season, because if they fire one, like the general manager, it's always been that the person they bring in usually wants their own coach. So in order to fire Jeff, they would have to fire Tyler. And she's saying that would have to be a whole nother wholesale changes a third year in a row. And the Chicago Sky are just not going to do that. What you think, Deval?
First and foremost, let me say shout out to Carly Bell Her YouTube show is called Courtside with Carla Bell. Check that out. Great reporter. She's one of the plugged in people in the Chicago Sky reporting industry, and she does great work. So we appreciate using a little bit of her audio to really do this video for you today, for the audience. Having said that, she's wrong. And the reason why she's wrong, well, she's right about it. There's not going to be a mid-season firing. There's no sense for that, and it'll make the organization look more dysfunctional than it already is perception wise. So that's the last thing you want to do. Fire somebody mid-season. You hired him what in December, and then you fire him. No, say 8 months later. Come on, you know there's no rush to fire this man. The season's gone. It's season done. It's over. So big picture. She said Tyler Marsh and Jeff P gonna come back next year. I'm gonna say they're not. This is why I disagree with her, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with her. Money talks. Y'all say, what I mean by that? Money talks because the fans stop coming. The games are empty. People stop caring. And let me tell you something about odors. The best way to wake them up when you hit them in their pockets. And at this point, even Angel Fame can't save them. They gonna have to make changes because if not, and they can't get no free agents because no free agents don't believe in the coaching staff or the GM. Because let's be honest, that coaching staff look at film too. That I mean, players on other teams look at film as well. They know when the offense is predictable. They know when the offense is not creative and not, you know what I'm saying, having the nuances where they could be put in the best position to succeed. They see that. They see how the players are playing or not playing hard for a coach. And so if you bring that back and those free agents see that you got the same coaching staff, the same GM that the free agency class probably do not believe in, now this is going to be your biggest problem. You're going to lose your cash cow. Adrian ain't going to give a damn that you build that facility because she asked for it. Adrian ain't going to give a damn because that you refurbishing new hotels and you got them a private chef because she requested that. Angel wants to win. And Angel will put herself in the best position to win. And so she's not going to sit around and allow this organization to ruin her brand and ruin everything she worked hard for. There's a reason why she's the second most popular woman in WNBA and the third most popular woman in women's sports. She's not going to allow this organization to stain her resume. She will leave. Especially when she got friends in high places, where I'm talking about other star players for other teams that's recruiting her like crazy. She's not going to stay on a sinking ship, even though this is her franchise. So that's why I disagree with Carly Bell because big picture, if you keep both Jeff and Tyler Marsh, you're gonna lose those free agents. Because like I said, they watch film too, and they see that the players don't work hard for Tyler Marsh, and they don't believe in how Jeff P do things when it comes to his treatment of coaches and people in general. Believe me, word on the street is out there when it comes to him. And the biggest picture is if they strike out on 2026, Angel will be gone by 2028. She's not going to stay around for a sinking ship because these people who are running the organization, Michael Alter, Jeff P, and Tyler Marsh, are incompetent. She's not going to do it. And so to let me wrap this up, I'm gonna wrap this up by saying this. Lisa Leslie been at 7 games this season. The owner, Michael Alter, personally went down to talk to her. I don't know how much something it is, but it ain't nothing. Where we go with this is the remain to be seen. But we need to come to the idea that if they don't make changes, they can't raise ticket prices, they can't sell merchandise, because even Angel Fame Can I save you at this point? I land.
I would say for my soliloquy, I've been a big proponent of mid-season firing. About a month ago, I said that you should cut bait with both is what I said. And the reason why I said that is because you already knew these things that were projected to happen was about to happen. One, if a coach doesn't have control of the locker room, which before the season started, I felt he would have a hard time doing it because of his personality, because of his demeanor. But I still gave Tyler Morris some chance to get his stuff together. Jeff P, on the other hand, I had seen enough. Last year, he put a team together. It wasn't good enough. Also, he was about to make a mistake on one of the biggest stars that he currently has. That, to me, was egregious. And then you come into your second season as a GM, you put this team together. This team is atrocious. And you come into the season talking about everything's going to be running through Camila Cardoso. And we talked in nauseum about that, about how they was trying to push that and also push that the veterans have to be a certain type of veterans and we have to have a certain type of optics. 5, 6 games in, 7 games, I give it. This is not going to work out. He is not a GM. Cut bait. The season is over anyway. The fans will understand a little bit better when you cut bait with the GM and the coach and you have to install an interim. It'll look better inside the thing because now you know. Look, I gave him, especially the GM, 2 years to get it right, and he continuously makes mistakes after mistake. The draft, trades, draft picks over and over again. I had seen enough. Now, I get what people say about the optics to the outside world, but to the ladies inside that locker room, it would look like they have accountability. Because right now it's looking like no matter how bad it gets, what we want don't matter. That's what it looks like to those ladies in the locker room. That's why you have the Michaela Onyewaris coming out there talking about we haven't had the will to win because basically they've resigned in their mind that it's a lost season. Fast forward right now, there's no need to fire them because the season is lost. I said a month ago the only way to save the season was to get rid of them. That timeline is gone. So now we are here. Now we get to the end of the season, and Carly Bell is talking about they might not get fired. Jeff P. and Tyler Marshall. She is correct that general managers, unless you want to fire the coach, you pretty much don't fire the general manager. You see if they can get it together for another year. The problem is with that year, Carly Bell, is the new everybody's going to be a free agent. And if you mess up this year, this free agency year, some of your talent that you're trying to keep, like Angel Reese, probably won't put her career in your hands anymore. So now, what do I feel about what she's saying? If you are management and you think that it just was a mistake about the players that were picked, then you might give Jeff P. and Tyler Marshall another chance. You know why? Because you might have thought, you might have been a part of this whole, I don't know, picking these players to go alongside Angel Reese. You might not think it's totally their fault. You might just think it's a talent deficiency. But I don't know how you separate that from the GM who picked these players. So, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, because it's the Chicago Sky organization, it would not shock me if Tyler Marsh and Jeff P get another season, because they're hoping Jeff P can turn it around. I don't. I'm pretty sure with him making the decisions that won't happen. But if you go through a whole season of people with empty arenas to the end, in a season where if this is supposed to be a big sophomore season for both the superstars of the league. You're on TV 5 times playing against the Indiana Fever, and you think it was okay to not make changes through this whole season, not even bring in people. You only brought in people when you was running out of players. I hope Carly Bell is incorrect, but she might not be. They might be all in with what is going on with this. They might think that Tyler Marsh is a rookie head coach and he just needs more time. And they might think that Jeff P is dealing with a rookie head coach. And it's not Jeff P's fault that Tyler Marsh keeps making a whole bunch of mistakes. I land.
I would say this. This was gonna be the X factor. Cause I know this gonna happen, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Alter gonna have to talk to Angel. And he gonna have to ask her, hey, what are those free agents saying about Tyler Marsh? What are those free agents saying about Jeff P? Because that gonna go a long way into what decision that he makes. Cause like I said, the arenas are being empty now.
Hold,
You can't.
hold on before you say that, Devon. I just want to give you a tidbit of information.
Uh-huh.
When they are calling the games, the media and the ex players and all the people that they talk to calling the games, they make a point to talk about how good of a coach Tyler Marsh is
Uh-huh.
on live TV. They are pushing an agenda. Keep going.
What I'm saying is this: the arenas are empty. People stop coming. Merchandise sales are not selling. You can't raise ticket prices. You can't raise sponsorship money. And just like I said previously, Angel Fame can't save you this time. It saved you last season. Can't save you after this season. You're going to lose money. And money talks. So how much money means to Michael Alter, who don't have much of it compared to other owners that's in the WNBA. Because they said Michael Alter is not a billionaire. That's why
No, he's just a millionaire.
that's why he runs his organization on a mom and pop's budget. So he can't afford to lose money. That's why he can't afford to lose Angel. So that's why at the end of the day, he gonna have to do what's necessary. Even if it look bad initially, get rid of both the head coach and general manager. Because at the end of the day, big picture, you need to put yourself in a position where you provide your customer base hope. Right now, there's no hope. There's no hope that Tyler Marsh and Jeff P could get free agents. There's no hope that Tyler Marsh and Jeff P will be better next year than they are now. There's no hope that Tyler Marsh and Jeff P are the right people for their positions. If you don't have hope, you lose yourself. And you will lose this fan base that will support this product and this franchise because you, Michael Alter, I'm talking to you, being too cheap, too stubborn, or too incompetent to do the right thing. So you have to fire both Tyler Marsh and Jeff P if you want to save your prized possession, your biggest asset. Because I'm telling you, this is the same woman that left her dream school in Baltimore, Maryland. That was her dream school to go to LSU, to be coached better, and to win the championship. She will leave the Chicago Sky to go to a better organization to win a championship and for her legacy to live up to what she worked hard for when it comes to her basketball talent, resume, and most importantly, brand.
Now you do understand that Michael Alter just signed a contract with Tyler Marsh, and he signed maybe about a year ago a contract with Jeff P. And we all know they're a little cheap over there. You think they're gonna want to pay Tyler Marsh and Jeff P. and then pay somebody new?
At the end of the day, I know Chicago Sky have a history of being cheap, and Chicago. I don't know what's wrong with these Chicago organizations. They all got these cheap ass holders. I mean, damn, they all at the food stamp line or something. I mean, this don't make no sense.
I know you're not a billionaire, but you still a millionaire. I don't know why you so cheap.
I mean, all of them. I mean, the Hollis family, you know what I'm saying? Jared Rhinestone, all them motherfuckers cheap. All of them applying for PPP loans. That's so crazy. That's crazy as hell. But at the end of the day, speaking of Hollis, the Hollis family is very cheap. But what did they do? They want to say they pride possession in Caleb Williams. They fired Eberflus, who had money on this contract, and paid Ben Johnson $13 million. The highest paid coach in the league. One of the highest paid coaches in the league in free agency. I say coach free agency. Because Liam Cohen got a contract similar to that for Jacksonville. So anyway, they came up with $13 million. And that's not something that the Chicago Bears organization are used to doing, paying coaches high salaries.
Right.
But they did that because they wanted to get the best coach in here to restore hope for their franchise. So when it comes to Michael Alter, this woman made you millions of dollars last year. She made you millions more this year. You're going to have to just swallow your pride and make the mistake. Eat the money and get somebody else in here that the fans can get excited about. So you can sell more tickets, more merchandise sales, and maybe you'll go from a millionaire, quote unquote, to a billionaire. Because in order for you to make money, you got to spend money. Ain't that what they say?
That's what they say, but we are talking about an organization that let Sidney Johnson get over there to the Mystics, and right now we got Raina Wakama on the coaching staff winning the Afro basket titles, which I'm not gonna say that's the same thing, but it's not like the staff that they put together for Tyler Marsh is not talented. It's not like if you fire him, you can't elevate someone. So, I don't know, Duval. Chicago they different. I don't put it past them to keep them. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this one last thing, and then we could do whatever with this video. They might be different. They might be cheap, but they better get it in order. They better get it together. Because whatever money they try to hold on to, they will lose their biggest asset if you don't do right by her. If you don't do what she needs to build a winner here. And Tyler Marsh and Jeff P has shown they cannot win at a high level. Jeff P, first of all, is unqualified because he's not a real GM. He was a developmental coach that got promoted to a GM spot. That's not something that you want running your organization.
Let that sink in.
So right there, you already put an unqualified person in a position of power. Now you got Tyler Marsh, who clearly, based on reports, his dad is speaking for him, and he's ignoring his star player when she want to come out the game when her back is hurting. He lost the locker room. So when I'm telling you all this stuff, how can you bring that back? How you could bring that dynamic back when those players in free agents also watch the film, also hear from the players on the team, also do their own homework when it comes to how the Chicago Sky organization is ran. Because did they just do a poll in the Athletic saying who is the most dysfunctional organization, and Chicago Sky won it by a landslide with 39%?
They did.
Oh, that's saying something, Michael Alter. That is saying something. And if you want to shape that perception, the first thing you gotta do is admit a mistake. The last thing you want to do is to make a mistake and to ride that mistake out. Just admit it, cut the cord, move on. We will forgive you. I promise.
And that's exactly how I felt when I was talking about mid-season firings. It's just like being a boss at your job. You hire somebody, You train them. You try to bring them up, and they costing you money every day that they out there. At some point, Duval, you like, look, I made a mistake. I got to cut my losses. I can't continue to let this person drag my brand down simply because they incompetent. Just I just can't do it. I'm losing money every day, and Chicago Sky is losing money every time they play. So, whether you now I get it now, it don't make no sense now. I ain't but what 15, 16 games left.
Yeah, season over.
Season over with, but before, look, ain't most jobs do that 90 day.
Yeah, 90-day probation.
you be on that probation, then the boss be like, no, you got to go.
Yeah,
This
man.
is you over your head, man. I can maybe get you something else in the corporation, but you can't do this job no more.
Nah.
So I don't know. Carly Bell seems to think Duval that they gonna make it through the storm. Duval clearly says hell to the double no. I am my thoughts, guys, is anything is possible with Chicago. I wanna believe what Duval is saying.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go. In the words of Ray Charles, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
What you talking about, Duval? They say we're emotional. This is not emotional. This is looking at money and profit margins and
all that.
This is not emotional decision, Carly Bell. They every time they roll out there and we losing money, they talk about them people every game. So that's all I got, y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for rocking with me and Duval. Thank you for rocking with Cut the Ish. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.